In the heart of Paris, where the rhythm of life dances to the tune of art, Max, a gifted musician, yearned for something more. Max was more than just a creator of soul-stirring melodies. He was a man whose spirit craved more than the applause of enchanted audiences. His heart sought an adventure that would give him a sense of purpose, something beyond the familiar cobblestone streets and the melody of his life in the city of light. On a day like any other, Max found himself wandering through the vibrant Montmartre district, a place where artists and dreamers met, where the air was thick with inspiration and the promise of the unknown. There, tucked away in a corner, a mysterious antique shop beckoned him, whispering tales of ages past. Inside the shop, the air was heavy with history, each object a silent testament to a time long gone. It was there that he met Madeleine, the enigmatic shopkeeper. Madeleine, with her eyes sparkling with secrets, showed Max an object of sheer beauty and mystery, a violin, antique and eerily captivating. But this was no ordinary violin. Madeleine spun a tale as intriguing as the instrument itself. This violin, she said, was a relic of legend, a key to worlds unseen, capable of transporting its player across dimensions. The tale was as enchanting as the instrument itself, a melody of mystery and allure that resonated with Max's yearning for the unknown. Intrigued, Max decided to purchase the violin. His hands trembled with anticipation as he held the instrument, feeling its age-old secrets pulse under his fingertips. That night, in the solitude of his Paris apartment, Max raised the bow, his heart echoing the haunting melody he was about to play. As he drew the bow across the strings, a haunting melody echoed, and suddenly, Max was no longer in his small Paris apartment. The notes of the melody spiraled around him, wrapping him in a symphony of the unknown, pulling him towards an adventure that lay beyond the confines of his reality. Max opened his eyes to a world bathed in an ethereal glow, a forest where the trees shimmered with a light of their own. The air was thick with magic, a sort of vibrancy that seemed to pulse with the rhythm of the world around him. He marveled at the glowing flora, their luminescence casting a surreal light on his surroundings and filling the air with a symphony of colors. The melody of the forest was like nothing he had ever heard, a sonorous blend of the rustling leaves, the whispering wind, and the gentle hum of the vibrant energy that seemed to permeate the air. In this world, each moment seemed to dance on the precipice of the extraordinary. Max, the Parisian musician, now found himself an explorer in a realm that defied logic, and yet felt as real as the cobbled streets of Montmartre. And then he met her, Lila, a sorceress as enchanting as the world she inhabited. She was a tapestry of wisdom and power, her connection with the natural world evident in her eyes that held the depth of ancient forests. Lila was a melody in herself, a rhythm that seemed to synchronize with the beat of Max's heart. Their connection was immediate, as if two harmonies had found their counterpoint in each other. They spoke of dreams and fears, of music and magic, each word weaving a stronger bond between them. Max, the man who craved adventure, found a purpose in this mystical forest, and in the eyes of the sorceress who understood him more than anyone ever had. With Lila, he discovered a world that thrummed with the same passion that coursed through his veins when he played his violin. She was the embodiment of the adventure he sought, the unknown he yearned to explore. He saw in her the same longing for purpose, the same desire to create something meaningful. Music had been his passion, but in Lila, he found a symphony that resonated with his soul. The rhythm of their hearts echoed in the forest, a melody that spoke of a love that transcended realms. In this different world, Max found a different kind of magic, a different kind of music. The tranquility of the forest was disrupted by hushed whispers of a prophecy. Imagine a place where the air was thick with anticipation, where secrets were kept as closely as the leaves to the trees. This was the forest where Max found himself, feeling as though he had stumbled upon the heart of a mystery. There, amongst the glowing trees, Max overheard a group of sorcerers. Their voices, hushed yet intense, echoed through the forest as they spoke of a prophecy that told of a traveler from another world. This traveler, they said, would bear a gift that would transform their world forever. Listening to their words, a chill of realization ran down Max's spine. The traveler, could it be him? The violin, the music, the journey from his world to this one, it all began to make sense. He was the traveler, the one destined to bring change. But with this realization came a heavy burden. Max was torn. He was a man of two worlds, bound to one by birth and to the other by destiny. He had found love in this mystical world, a love as deep as the roots of the forest trees. Yet he also had a responsibility towards his own world, the world he had left behind. His heart ached with the weight of his predicament. He loved Lila, the enchanting sorceress who had become his confidant in this strange new world, and he had grown to love the forest with its ethereal creatures and glowing trees. But was this love enough to keep him here, to abandon his own world? As the sorcerer's whispers faded, Max was left alone with his thoughts. His mind was a whirlwind of emotions: love, duty, fear, excitement. He was a traveler, yes, but he was also a man in love. And so he found himself at a crossroads, his heart torn between two worlds. A traveler he was, but where did his true journey lie? In the midst of his turmoil, Lila approached Max, her eyes mirroring the depths of her love. She stood before him, a vision of strength and grace, her voice trembling with the weight of her confession. "Max," she began, her words weaving a melody of their own. "I love you. I love your passion, your music, your spirit. I love the way you see the world, in harmonies and melodies, in notes and rhythms." She reached out, her hand finding his, their fingers intertwining in a silent promise. "Stay," she pleaded, her voice barely more than a whisper. "Stay and let's make music. Let's create a symphony of change together." Max, moved by her words, by the sincerity in her voice and the love in her eyes, made his choice. He chose to stay, not as a traveler, but as a beacon of change. He chose to stay for love, for music, for the promise of a world where art and magic could coexist. Together, Max and Lila embarked on a journey that was as harmonious as it was challenging. Their mission, to bring music to this mystical world, was a symphony of change, each note a step towards a brighter future. Like a maestro conducting an orchestra, they guided their love through every crescendo and diminuendo, creating a melody that resonated through the heart of their new home. Their path was not without its trials. Skeptical sorcerers questioned their purpose, their motives, their very existence in this world. Natural disasters threatened to silence their song before it had even begun. Yet with every challenge they faced, their love for each other and their shared vision only grew stronger. The notes of their symphony became more vibrant, the chords more complex, the rhythm more steady. Max's violin served as their beacon, its melody weaving a tapestry of hope and resilience. His music echoed through the forest, reaching even the farthest corners of their world. It was a song of unity, a song of change. It called to the sorcerers, urging them to embrace a future where art and magic could coexist harmoniously. Inspired by Max and Lila's love story, the sorcerers began to change. They set aside their skepticism, their fears, and joined the couple in their musical revolution. The once silent world was now filled with the hum of shared dreams, the rhythm of collective effort, the melody of a new era. Their world transformed into a thriving hub of magical and musical arts. The forest came alive with the sound of laughter and music, the glow of the trees pulsating in rhythm with the beat. Max and Lila's love story became a testament to the power of love, of music, and of the human spirit. Their symphony of change had rewritten the destiny of an entire world. Their love was the melody that rewrote destiny. It was a song of hope, of courage, of unwavering belief in the power of love and music. And as they stood atop a hill, looking out at the world they had transformed, they realized that their symphony was far from over. It was just the beginning. Gazing upon the world they had transformed, Max and Lila knew their journey was far from over. Hand in hand, they stood on the hilltop, their hearts humming in unison with the symphony of change they had initiated. The once quiet forest now echoed with melodious tunes, a testament to their shared vision and unyielding dedication. Their love story had become a melody of inspiration, a tale of two hearts overcoming odds to create a world where art and magic danced in harmony. Each note they played, every spell they cast, was a brushstroke on the canvas of their shared existence. Yet, they knew this was merely the prelude. Their hearts yearned for more melodies to compose, more enchantments to weave. They had found their purpose, their adventure, not in distant worlds, but in the power of the present moment. The whispers of destiny were not behind them, nor ahead. They were here, in the world they had built, in the love they shared.